Hi there. So today I am going to be making some underwear. New year, new underwear. So I don't actually make myself a lot of clothing, and I decided I need to have some new underwear. So I'm doing about 5 pairs today, and I like the boxer brief. That's one of my more popular patterns. So that's what I'm going to do. I've changed it a little bit, and I'll explain that to you. I'm going to be speeding this up because I'm going to be working here in my studio. So it's a regular boxer brief pattern with the front pouch. What I've done is I've raised this part here, the waist. On most of the waist bands that I do, I put the waistband on the outside, and that's how the pattern is actually built. But I want to do it like this. I want to roll the waistband over the edge. So I've added the width of my elastic, which is 1-inch elastic. And I've actually already kind of pre-made a bunch of this stuff. So I'm using 1-inch wide elastic, so that's how much that I add to the top of the waistband area on the pattern. And that's just so I can maintain the same height as if I had the elastic on the outside. So that's one of the changes. The other change is that I've already done one here. For the hem, I normally turn it under a 1/2 inch. That's what the pattern is built for. But it takes a while to do that because you have to mark the outside and then turn it and then put it in the... the reason I'm looking around is because I thought I had a scrap or a sample that I did. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Okay, so I did find the scrap. So the pattern itself is meant to turn under like this, and of course I'm using cover stitch to turn under. So a lot of times if you're at home, you're going to pin that. A lot of times what I do is I just mark the area where I need to fold it instead of pinning it. So, but instead what I'm going to do is I've cut 2-inch wide strips. These are 2 inches wide, and they're cut on the stretchiest part, so the width of the fabric along that way. And then I'm going to add, it's hard to see on this because it's print, I'm going to add it to the hem part. So you see where the cover stitch is here. This is the added part. Once I get one done, I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm going to add it to the bottom. And then when you do that, you'll just have to stretch this just a little bit. Don't stretch it too much. Stretch it just a little bit, because when you top stitch it, or when I top stitch it, if you decide to try this for yourself, then it would be you, but since it's me, it's me. When I do the cover stitching, the cover stitch tends to stretch the bottom out a little bit, so I want this band to hold everything nicely back into the original size. So that's how I've changed the pattern. I've got everything kind of pre-done except for the other fabrics that I'm going to make the underwear out of. So I'm going to speed this part up, and then if I feel like I need to come back and talk to you, I will, but that may not happen until the end. So just enjoy the process.
supposed to feel. supposed to feel.
Oh my gosh, that took me a lot longer than I really wanted it to and that it really needed to. So I've got all 5 pairs done now. It's actually the next day. I have not been sewing for 24 hours. I actually started this yesterday about 1 o'clock and I quit about 5 or 5:30. I think the reason that it took me longer than I thought was because of thread switches and the fact that I forgot what I was going to do with one of the pair, and so I had to go back and cut. So on this pair, let me turn everything face side out so you can see. On this pair, where I have the blue band, I was actually going to put the blue band on this gray pair. But in the video, you see that I actually started putting, I think it was the blue, or I started with the gray, and I was like, oh, what am I doing? Or I actually can't remember because I haven't looked at the videos. But anyway, you see me putting the band, I think, on this one, and then, or vice versa. But I decided and I switched up, and you see me doing the band in a different color. And that's because I had the overlock switched on white, and I needed to actually get some other things sewn. And so I didn't want to switch it to black until I was going to actually work on the black pair, which was the only one that was going to be sewn with the black. And I think it was this one, because I have everything sewn in white except for the waistband. So that was the switcheroo that I did. So this did not get blue, because I was going to actually do the top stitching in blue with that as well, but I did the top stitching with the cover stitch in blue on this one. Anyway, so these were just for me, so if you noticed, I wasn't really matching my seams up here at the inseam, although that one's pretty good. This one is kind of not too good. So these are just for me, but you never know when you get caught with your pants down, right? But anyway, I don't think I'm going to do bands anymore, although it is a nice detail. If you like that detail, it also adds a little bit of height. If I do it again, I don't think I'll do it as wide. Let's see, will that focus? I don't think I will do it. I think I would make it a little bit more narrow. With the 2 inches, this comes out to be about 3/4 inch wide. So I might cut it down to the total width of 1 3/4 inches, so that it comes out about 5/8 wide, or even 1.5 inch wide. And then when you fold it, it's 3/4. So it would come out to be a 1/2 inch width. So again, I used 1 inch wide elastic for the waistband, and to do that, you just need to add the width of the elastic at the top of the original pattern to do that. So I have these 5. So the other black one, I did a solid front because I didn't want to worry about matching any of the stripes. I didn't want to take the time to do that. I did show you this one. I cut the the front pouch on an angle, and so it kind of made this nice chevron look. This side actually is a little bit more obvious, but I wanted more of the blue. And then these two pink ones were pretty much the same. This fabric, maybe you saw me struggle a little bit. This is a very lightweight fabric, and so it liked to move around a lot. So that was kind of the challenge with this one. So I think I'm going to do some more, not right now, but maybe in a couple of days. The reason that I did these, other than wanting new underwear, I want to kind of cycle through and get rid of some of my old store-bought underwear that I bought. I don't really even wear it anymore. But anyway, I'm kind of thinking of actually going ahead and making, selling underwear again. But I'm trying to figure out how I really want to do that, because getting the fabrics, you know, for whatever you like is kind of challenging. As you know, I do have some textile prints on Spoonflower, which is actually on my, I think it's Robert Joseph / Robert Joseph, Spoonflower / Robert Joseph. I think that's what it is. But if you go to my IG account, it's on my link tree there. So, but I was also thinking, I have a lot of other friends that do textile designs and sell on Spoonflower. And I'm kind of thinking that if you buy the fabric, send me the fabric, and I'll make you the underwear and kind of keep it to a few different styles. I can only do that for people in the US right now. I mean, I have a lot of friends all over the world on my IG account that would probably like that. Just trying to figure out how getting everything sent, how that would work out. So that's kind of like what I'm thinking. If you follow me on IG at Robert Joseph Sewing, then, you know, I just kind of let you know what's going on there. That's the best place. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. So this was basically a day or two of me sewing, how I work in my studio. So, you know, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And, of course, you can buy my patterns on sewItLikeAman.com. So thank you for watching, and be well.